Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. In this episode, we'll be doing the player ratings for RCB versus Sunrisers Hyderabad match. RCB winning by 6 runs. Again, it was similar to the last game. Sunrisers were control of the chase, 112 for 2. And just like KKR, they capitulated as well, Sunrisers. And RCB win by 6 runs. It was a magnificent comeback by them. Shahbaz Ahmed picking up 3 wickets in an over, and he turned the game on its head. RCB will be ecstatic. They showed an immense character, fought till the end, whereas Sunrisers will be very disappointed with that performance, especially when they were in cruise control at one stage and they saw what happened yesterday. You can't lose your wickets. They should have rotated the strike more, consumed too many dot balls. Let's crack on with the player ratings. We'll go with RCB first and then move on to Sunrisers. RCB, Virat Kohli opening the batting, 33 of 29. I don't think he was at his fluent best, but the pitch required someone to give them a start, and he did give them a start. He gave a certain platform. Yes, he couldn't really get going in terms of boundaries, and he couldn't continue his innings. But at the same time, in these low-scoring games, you need these 30, 40s, which are crucial. And I think he supported Maxwell pretty well as well, and allowed Maxwell to get set in. So I'm going to give him 7 on 10. Virat Kohli, I think he captained well as well. Rotated the bowlers. He brought in Shahbaz Ahmed for that 1 over, and it turned the game. So very good captaincy there from him. And then moving on to Padikkal, I think Padikkal, just coming back from COVID, going to cut him some slack. I think it was a 4 on 10 performance. Could have given less because he really didn't get going, but I think he's just coming back from COVID. It's going to take some time for him. So 4 out of 10 for Padikkal. Moving on to Shahbaz Ahmed, for me, man of the match. With the bat, he only made 14 of 10 balls. He hit a 6, but not too much with the bat. It was that 1 over with the ball. Unbelievable. So his figures were, he bowled 2 overs in the end. So 2 overs, 7 runs and 3 wickets, 3.5 economy rate, changed the whole game. It picked up 3 wickets in that 1 over. So for me, it's a 10 on 10 performance just because he, picking up 3 wickets like that, changing the game and then winning the game. He took some catches as well. Superb performance by him, and it's very good to see a young Indian youngster given that responsibility with the ball, even with the bat coming 1 down. So I'm going to give him 10 on 10. Glenn Maxwell, 9 on 10 performance for me. That 50 in the end was key. His finish in the end, taking RCB to 150. Again, very important, very crucial, this knock. 59 of 41 balls, 5 fours, 3 sixes. That 1 over he took Shahbaz Nadeem for 20 plus runs. I think that was game changing in the first innings. Like if you look at it in the end, it was a vital 20 runs, and it was all Maxwell there. He looks more confident with RCB. He's timing the ball well. His shot selection is much better now. I think his mind is clear, so he's not too confused, and doesn't look like he's under pressure, even though he went for a lot of money in the auction and he's playing for a new club after such a poor season with Punjab. But he looks like his natural self now. He's looking comfortable in this team, in this setup, and this will give RCB a lot of confidence because, they needed somebody to take the pressure off AB, and Kohli and Maxwell is doing just that right now. So 9 on 10 performance for me. AB de Villiers, not his day today. I think with the gloves, he was decent, picked up a catch, but with the bat, he was poor, only 1 of 5 balls. So I think it's, if I have to be a bit harsh on him, I'll give him 3.5 out of 10 for AB. I'll give him a 0.5 for the catch. But I'm just basing him on his performance today. Last game he was amazing, and he will come back. He's a champ. Washington, so they're 5 on 10. I think he was okay with the ball, not too bad. An economy of 7ish, which is okay. It's 7 exactly on the dot. He only bowled 2 overs with the bat. Probably needed to provide more, which he didn't. But otherwise, I think decent performance with whatever you asked for. So 5 on 10. With Dan Christian, again, average performance. Didn't do too much with the bat. With the ball, just bowled the 1 over. 5 on 10. It's hard to rate because he didn't have that much to do in this game. Jameson, I'm going to dock off a 0.4 on 10. I think it was slightly expensive today. The likes of Warner really capitalized on his pace and his bounce. He'll need to adjust, according to the batsman. For some of the batsmen, that extra bounce does really help. But when you bowling to someone like Warner, you have to be a bit more smarter. So I'll give him 4 on 10. He will learn. It's a learning experience. Harshal Patel. This guy's been the find of the season so far for RCB. Again, after he picked up a 5-4, backed up again with 2 wickets. Excellent economy rate. and he bowled really well. His slower cutters were very effective on this pitch. I'm going to give him a 9 on 10, Harshal Patel. Mohammad Siraj, 9.5 out of 10, bowling a maiden in the first over and continuing. He picked up a couple of wickets as well. He continued to be economical, very good disciplined bowling performance, and he's bowling in the power play now, bowled 3 overs in the power play. I think Kohli used him really well, and credit to him for using the new ball so well, Mohammad Siraj. So 9.5 out of 10. For Chahal, 6 out of 10. Didn't pick up any wickets. He's okay economy wise, 7.25. I think he did a decent job. He wasn't really expensive. So ideally he would want more wickets going in the future, but I think a decent job nonetheless. Yeah, and that wraps up RCB's ratings. Of a magnificent performance by them. Now moving on to Sunrisers. Saha, 2 out of 10. I think his performance with the bat, he consumed 20 dot balls. He played out a maiden, and then he got out. Luckily, like, it didn't put too much pressure on Warner. He still batted well after that. But you need your openers to give you a start, and if they got a faster start than they actually did, maybe 10-15 more runs in the power play, it would have been the difference in the game. So that's what Saha needs to work on, build with Warner and improve your striking in the power play. Warner, 8 on 10. I think he batted magnificently. He's coming back from the groin injury, so he's not fully fit, but he showed today that he's getting there, and he ran between the wickets really well. In the end, I think the pressure got to him. Manish Pandey was consuming a lot of dot balls, and I think it was a really good performance. He'll just be gutted with that shot. You could see straight away when he got out that, oh man, I shouldn't have done that, and like, it exposed the middle order, especially on this pitch. You don't want new batsmen coming in on such a critical stage. So he'll be disappointed with that, David Warner, but he'll come back. He's a champion player, and he's shown signs today of it. So 8 on 10 for Warner. Manish Pandey, I don't know what to say. He made 38 of 39. I think it was a very sluggish performance in the end. It cost Sunrisers the match. Once you're set, you have to finish the game, and I think it was unacceptable for him to play like that. Yes, he got the runs, to be honest with you. The partnership with Warner was key. But then it's about winning the game. Okay, fine. First game, we let it go. We said, okay, he built with Bairstow and then he couldn't finish it, no problem. But here, the run rate was even less. They were chasing 30 runs less. There was less pressure. And, the 4 dot balls he consumed during the Warner's partnership, that was unnecessary. If there was like a couple of wickets and you're playing those dot balls, okay. But they were both set. You rotate the strike. If you can't hit the boundaries, no problem. But rotate the strike. And he just couldn't do that. So I'm going to have to give him a poor score on this. I'm going to give him a 3 on 10. I know he scored the runs and everything, but he has to finish off the game in these situations, and he will learn from that. He's played for India. He knows he's better than this, and like, he's getting the start. It's not like he's not scoring runs. I think he is scoring runs, so he'll have to work on that and take it from there. Nothing against him, it's just that in the end, it's costing you the game. You have to be more productive. Moving on, Johnny Bairstow. Again, not doing much with the bat. I'm going to give him 3 on 10. He's the more experienced guy there in the middle order. He needs to do the job, guide his team to the end, and I don't think he did that. So I have to be a bit harsh on him. 3 on 10 for Johnny Bairstow. Vijay Shankar, nothing with the bat. Again, with the ball also, I don't think he bowled. I don't think he bowled, to be honest with you. Let me just see Vijay Shankar. Yeah, he didn't bowl. So I think his job was with the bat, and he did not show up. Him and Manish Pandey are both guys who've played for India. They've played big games, so they know what it's about, and they need to show responsibility, especially when Warner is giving you a start. He eased the equation for you and everything, and then you still don't go and finish the game. It is disappointing. I have to give Shankar 2 on 10. I expected more from him. Of the summer, 3 on 10, but I can't really blame him. I think he came at a stage where you had to go, even though it shouldn't have been like that. But unfortunately, it wasn't his day, and he didn't get those sixes either. So 3 on 10 for the Samad, unfortunately. Jason Holder, 6 on 10. I think with the bat, he could have provided more, hit a few big shots, take pressure off Rashid Khan. But with the ball, I think he was really good, picked up 3 wickets, and he's shown that he is a class player, and his experience does help a lot. The line he was bowling, the back of the length, just short of, it was really good length, I think. And if he can continue to do that, it'll help SRH. But I think the last over, he needs to control the wides, be a bit more accurate. But and then the decent performance, 6 out of 10. Rashid Khan, player of the match from Sunrisers' point of view, 9 on 10. He almost won them the game with the bat, 17 of 9. And then his bowling figures, again, just unbelievable. This guy, day in, day out, he bowls brilliantly. 4 overs, 18 runs, 2 wickets, economy of 4.5. You can't match that. I think was excellent. Nadeem, 5 on 10. I think he bowled well initially. First 3 overs were brilliant. Picked up a wicket as well. But then his last over, he went for 20 odd runs and it proved to be very costly in the end. He'll just need to work on that. Maybe the batsmen are getting used to him by the time he bowls the 4th over, so he needs to vary it a bit more. But yeah, otherwise decent performance. Bhuvi 5 on 10. I think he bowled well, but then in the last over he got hit a bit. In his last over he got hit for a few fours. I think his death overs have been a bit expensive and he needs to work on that, Bhuvneshwar, because if he does, then Sunrisers will win most games. The close games, I'm saying, like in the death, but they need Bhuvi to do well in the death. Now, Trachan 5 and 10, again, I think decent performance. Economy of 9, slightly expensive, but he bowled well in the death. His last over was pretty good. So his second last over as well. But yeah, I think that wraps up the ratings. Thank you so much for joining me. It was a great game of cricket, very exciting. If you're a Sunrisers fan, disappointing, but if you're an RCB fan, you'll be ecstatic. Hoping for some more close games in the IPL. Tune in for more episodes. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for joining me.